Do you have a hard time standing up after you've been sitting for a while because your arthritic knees just feel so stiff and clunky when you try to walk? I'm a physical therapist and I want to let you in on a secret. It's one simple move you can do before standing up that will help to reduce stiffness and swelling and provide lubrication for your knee joint so you can move around with less pain. It works for all of these people. Do you want to know what it is? Let's take a look. The longer we stay in this position, the more likely the fluid will occupy that joint space around your knee. So doing this movement every 20 to 30 minutes of sitting can really help to draw that fluid away from the knee so there's less pain and stiffness when we go to stand up. I'm going to give you two variations of this movement so you can use this technique in multiple settings. The movement starts with a heel raise, simply lifting your heels from the ground. Of course, you can lift your toes from the ground too as you kind of rock back and forth. The reason this works so well is that you engage your calf muscle behind your leg. This acts as a sort of pump. Every time you raise your heels, it draws that fluid back up towards your heart and back into circulation. And as you can tell, you don't need much space at all while performing this first variation, which makes it perfect to do in the car or if you're stuck in an airplane for a long period of time. But if you have a little more room, we can build on this movement to make it even more effective. I'd love to show you this variation, and if you're finding this video to be helpful so far, can you do me a favor and hit that like button below? It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. Now, the way we can make this movement even more effective is by adding in a heel slide, which extends and flexes the knee. This helps to lubricate the joint by releasing synovial fluid into that joint cavity. And if you have arthritis in your knee, this is going to be really especially helpful because that lubrication aims to prevent the bones from grinding against each other. I also have a video that shares 5 additional exercises you can do to relieve knee pain, so you can watch that after this video. It takes less than 30 seconds to work through 10 to 20 of these ankle pumps or combination ankle pump and heel slides, and not only can it help to lubricate that knee joint, but this type of movement can really reduce pain and help you to avoid that limping motion, limping over your knee when you first get up from a chair. Now, the next time you find yourself sitting for a long period of time in a car or at a restaurant and you don't want to feel that pain or even the embarrassment of limping around like your knees are about to give out, take a few seconds to try the heel raise exercise and even that heel slide technique to give that relief to your knee joint so you can stand up easier and with less stiffness. In addition to these movements I talked about today, when you incorporate strengthening exercises and balance training and even other stretches, we can reduce pain and stiffness, especially if you're experiencing arthritis in your knee. I've put together a 6-week prehab guide that is totally free, has some videos covering the exercises you can do if you want to improve the strength around your knee. These are the same exercises I share with my patients in the clinic and in my book. If you're interested in following along for free, you can take a look at the videos in the playlist below. I'll put a link in the description below, and I can't wait to see you there.